Demystifying seventh chords and effectively memorizing them all over the fretboard. Let's go. We're going to start with some examples around a D major chord. So a D chord is the notes of D, F sharp, and A. A root, 3, 5. Take a root note down a fret, you're adding in the major seventh. We have a bar finger across the top 3 strings, and then we have a D major 7. Root, 3, 5, 7.
Nice.
A point on the name of the chord. No, it's D major 7. We have D chord plus major 7. The maj refers to the 7th and not the D chord. Chords in a major key, it is the 1 chord and the 4 chord, which can become major 7th chords.
Great.
But how do we go and make that a little bluesy? We're gonna make it dominant 7th. Take that major 7 down a fret, dominant 7th. The spelling of the dominant 7th is then root 3, 5, flat 7. Again with the chord spelling, D7. There's no maj this time because it's a minor 7th. So if we see a 7 in regards to chord name, that refers to a minor 7th or a flat 7.
Great.
Chords in a major key, it is upon the 5th and only the 5th that we get a dominant 7th chord. That is the reason for its name. The fancy term for the 5th note of a major scale is the dominant. So the dominant 7th is the 7th chord formed upon the dominant, the 5th note of the scale. If you want to learn the notes of your fretboard effectively in just a few days, I have my ebook, Fretboard Mastery. You can get your free copy when you join my mailing list with the link in the description box or in the card. So that's major, major 7, dominant 7. Let's go to the dark side. Flatten the 3rd, minor 7th. Root, flat 3, 5, flat 7. D minor, 7. D minor plus the minor 7th. Chords in the major key, it is the 2, the 3, and the 6, which can become minor 7th. It will work, theoretically, at least. Always use those ears. The 4th and final 7th chord that you need to know for major scale harmony is what is called the minor 7, flat 5. Can you guess how we might play that? Take that 5th on string 3, down 1 fret, and you have the minor 7, flat 5. A root, flat 3, flat 5, flat 7. This is also what's known as a half-diminished 7th chord. So you see, that's the process from a major chord. If you flatten each of the intervals progressively, you get the 4 different 7th chords. Supporters of my channel on Patreon will be getting a PDF this week with all of these chord shapes and more. You too can get a copy in pledging as little as $3 per month to help support the channel. Link. So major, take the root note down a fret, major 7th. Take the major 7th down a fret, dominant 7th. Take the major 3rd down a fret, minor 7th. Take the perfect 5th down a fret, minor 7 flat 5. So if we can take those D chord shapes up the neck, we can. Then we can play any possible 7th chord using those shapes. But that process is always going to work from any major chord. So if we take this to a bar chord rooted on string 5, we're going to be using probably what I call the A shape bar chord. The intervals of that though are arranged identically to the D chord. So we have a root 5, root 3 across strings 5 through to 2. On that basis then, all we need to do is repeat the process and then we're going to have each of the 4 different 7th chords. would you believe it, that process is exactly the same if we take those chords up another string to root them upon string 6 in what I call the E shape. So with the E-shaped chords, those grips do work theoretically, but practically we tend to play chords with a root note upon string 6, but find the other notes on strings 4, 3, and 2. Just like this. So to be implementing this in your practice, grab yourself the major chord and cycle through each of the 7th chords to be really getting it solid in your mind, the intervals and the shapes. There you are, guys. Hopefully you're seeing the 7th chords in a new light, and it's going to help you to get them memorized and using these in creative ways. If you want to learn more about chords in the key, I have a 25% discount on my guitar theory course, Guitar Busters Essential Theory. You can get a link to that in the description box. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. Please do leave your questions and suggestions for future videos in the comments below. You have a great week and I'll see you next time.